Hey everybody, let's talk about one of the easiest strategies you can implement to actually improve your business. This is a very simple strategy that most people overlook, and it's probably because it just sounds too simple. It's mapping out your sales process. Most people don't realize you can't improve what you don't measure. And if you don't know what the steps are, you're not really monitoring and measuring any of that type of stuff. So the simple strategy here is grab a whiteboard and actually write out a flow chart of all of the steps from how you find a prospect until you actually win an RFP. What are all those steps in your business? Because every business is a little different. Most people have some similarities, but there's some little nuances based on you being product or service driven or whatever it may be. So for your business, let's go through and actually map out all of that process. So this is how we look for prospects. And guess what? If you do this, it'll be repeatable and you can give it to other people on the team. So that's another reason why we do this. But as you go through and you start mapping this out, step 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 5 and 75, whatever it is, how many ever steps you get, as you map that out, you will start to see the holes in your process. That's number 1. So you'll start to see, well, we go from step number 3 and we make this big leap over here, and there's probably 2 or 3 things we should have in between that we're not doing. Okay, so that's a gap we need to fill. Then as you're going through the sales process, you'll also start to notice that, hey, most of the leads that come into our sales pipeline fall off at step number 4. So what are we doing in step number 3 and 4 to make sure we get more people through the process? What are we doing? How are we doing that? How do we qualify that better? Whatever the thing may be. But as you get the process mapped out and you're looking at it, you will start to see a lot of aha moments. Like, this is a problem. This is a problem. That's a problem. Here's another area we need to fix. So simply mapping out your process is a strategy you can implement to improve the core of your business, which is getting new clients. So if you have questions about this, let me know. It's a really simple strategy. Don't overthink it. Just go through the steps and look for the aha moments, look for the areas of weakness. And then here's a final tip, kind of a bonus tip for today. Start to actually put numbers in the process. So how many new leads next month go into step number 1? How many make it from step number 1 to step number 2 to step number 2 to step number 3, all the way through the end? How many people get all the way through? That'll give you your conversion rate on leads that enter the business. And then you'll be able to look at percentages across the board to say, it's very, very clear that step number 3, 7, and 14 are flawed, and we need to make fixes in those particular areas. The numbers don't lie, and that will give you a metric that you can look at and say, look, here's what we need to fix in the business. It's very, very clear. So do that. Have a go at it. As always, if you have questions, you know how to reach me. We'll see you next time.